How big is it?
So I see second.
Big, yeah. It's obviously you don't want to go down 0-2, but more for just confidence and knowing that we're back on track. Things went well, and I think we responded well. I think we kind of learned from game one and applied it tonight.
Just asked that they were able to really feel Stewie defensively. What did you see differently about what she was doing?
She was all over the floor, just wreaking havoc on everything. Was in the gaps and making things hard, but did a really good job on feet when she was on her and making it difficult. I think she had 7 steals. Just really making a huge impact on the side.
What about Hannah's leadership? How does this team follow?
Yeah, I mean it's huge. When you have your best player, your leader, playing as hard as she does night in and night out, impacting the game in different ways, not just scoring and rebounding, but also like typical stats, she's doing everything. It's a big motivator for everybody, and she sets a standard for us.
When did you know Betnijah was going to have a big night?
When?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good question. Probably after she hit her first shot. I think she looked different tonight. Huge for us. Obviously felt good physically, I think, which was a big factor for her. But yeah, when she's playing like that, we're a different team.
Courtney, what is a nice Laney-Hamilton that's not fully healthy? What does she bring to the table that perhaps some players can't even bring at full strength?
Yeah, grit. She's going to play through things. She's obviously feeling some things physically, and she's still picking up full court. I think that's a testament to who she is. She just really impacts the game on the offensive end this game, but all through the playoffs she's been huge.
Courtney, what is it like for you to see Lee have the game she had, just knowing everything she's been through this season?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm really happy for her. I have a soft spot for B. She was in Chicago, and obviously we know what she can do. And, obviously I have a lot of respect for her being able to play through some physical pain that she's going through. I think that's gutsy, and, that's what it's going to take for us to win.
It was a very similar game to the game that they cut into a basket before. What was the difference for you guys so that you didn't win?
Yeah, I think we just kept, kept up the pace, kept attacking. I think there was a couple offenses that we looked a little stagnant. Maybe it wasn't moving, and then the very next play, Stu, drives down, misses the layup, but we get an offensive rebound, and just getting his pink touches, keeping an attack, keeping on the front foot rather than trying to slow it down. And yeah, defensively, I think they scored 2 more points maybe after that, which was good.
Was there a difference in message from the coach in this last game, like in the fourth quarter, when the answer came back second, third quarter, and fourth was satisfying?
Yeah, I mean, just the same kind of that we talked about. Don't let off the gas. Keep it going. Keep doing what got us here. Don't. We've been in this position before. All of the right things, and we felt confident. We felt like we kind of learned our lesson, and we were going to stick with it.
Do you guys have confidence? I don't know the exact same. You've led the majority of the series. I think Minnesota's only led like 3 minutes or something from the last 2 games. Does that give you guys confidence, or how do you use that to keep it going off of?
Yeah, obviously we're winning the game. We're feeling pretty good. We understand that things can turn really fast. So we've had confidence coming to this series. We know this is a really great team. If we're not playing the right way and doing the right things, then that can turn fast. So we're obviously just staying hungry and humble and knowing that if we do the right things, we're going to be in a good position. But we have to stay consistent.
Courtney, how did the team turn what happened in game 1 into a brilliant experience, and how did you avoid those mistakes this time around?
Yeah, I think you saw it in the fourth quarter when they cut the lead to 2, and then things changed. That's kind of where the momentum shifted and we crumbled like game 1, and it didn't happen this game. And they were able to go on the run, make big plays down the stretch, big shots, big stops, and that was trouble.
How did you feel about the play right quarter? It didn't look like you made contact.
Yeah, it's one of those tough ones. I think she did. She landed on my ankle, and I should know better. I know that those are things. Just got a little too close, I guess.
When B hits the 3 with 3:20 to go and make it back to 5, yeah, what's going through your head?
Hell yeah. That's B's corner. She was feeling good. It was a big momentum for us. But yeah, just making the big play, the right play. I think that was one of the we were attacking, got into the paint, sprayed for a corner 3. I mean, that was the difference this game that we weren't doing game 1.
Courtney, you had a pretty big offensive game in game 1, a little bit different in game 2. What would you say is the biggest contribution that she was able to make?
Yeah, I switch with her. She battles, picks up full court. You know, she's always doing the little things. It's not necessarily scoring. She has been big for us on that end, but you know, just her presence out there has been.
We all heard the three that she had.
Huge, gutsy. I love it. Yeah, and I think that was maybe her only shot that she made that day, and it was a big one. But that's the confidence she has, and we believe in her. We're glad she took it, but that's gutsy.
Courtney, you talked about Leo not having the best offensive game, but having that offensive game. Just what does it mean, especially in a final series, to have pretty much pick your poison, whether it's B or Leo or another role player to step into that?
I think that's something we've talked about all year. It's just the amount of offensive threats that we have, and it's not going to be the same person every night. You know, we know that Stewie and our big three are going to get a lot, but just that other person, it might be someone different. And tonight it was big. Leia was big, huge for us, and she was still big for us. You know, it's not about scoring. There's so many things that you can do to impact the game.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Courtney, what does prep at Barclays for what is it to be part of this?
Oh yeah, it was awesome. Such a great environment. It was so loud. At one point in the fourth quarter, I looked at KT and I was like, wow, it is loud in here. It's loud every night, but it still impresses me. We know how bad New York wants us, and they show out for us and support us.
The win's a win right now. I mean, yeah, she's getting 3 of them, but the fact that they had a similar script to game 1, but you guys didn't fold this time before, does that help more? It's like, okay, we took a run, but we didn't collapse.
Yeah, I think that's huge because after an emotional loss like that, it's easy to kind of feel sorry for yourself and think one thing turns to another, and it can. But I think it says a lot about us as a team, this veteran group, being able to respond and be in a very similar situation with a different outcome.
Thank you, Courtney.
We watched the film, and we just felt like we try to over-penetrate. We try to do too much one-on-one in the last game when we went up, and it kind of bit us in the butt. And so just trusting your teammates and going out there, drawing 2, and then moving the ball.
I know you don't like follows, but I do.
It's okay.
I have to ask, do you think Leia was going to shoot that?
I saw her gearing up for it, and hey man, they said they call it the European spice as well. That was some European spice shit right there. So it was good. Yeah, that's her nickname over there apparently. Yeah, there you go. Y'all got something to do.
Speaking of adjustments from the first game, we talked a lot about just being up to catch,
Yeah.
Was that something you guys had noticed that you were too lax on screens?
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like for me, I was up there trying my best to guard screens. I think a lot of Leo's screens that, like, when she got screened, when we were kind of further back, when she was pressuring the ball, was definitely a point of emphasis, though. And so there were times when, like, I was back and Steve would just run up and take my man today in game 2, and I just took her so that she could get up there. But just making sure that, Leo feels that we have her back, and, she's playing great defense. She's taking our full court, so we got to make sure that we're calling our screens for her. Playing hard, man. It's gonna be a battle. They don't quit. They don't go away, and they're in the finals just like us for a reason. So it's gonna be tough in Minnesota. They're gonna have their crowd behind them. They already play with a lot of energy and get up and down the court really quickly. So this is gonna be a battle, and we expect that being in the finals.
I know a win's a win right now. The fact that they made that run, similar script to game 1, but you guys closed out the 12-0 run. That hope more that, okay, we took a shot, but we found a way to still get a win, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, did they ever take the lead after we went up? I think that within itself is a great thing too. Like not conceding the lead at any point. And I mean, I just feel like they're, like I said, they're here in the finals for a reason, and they're gonna make runs. Like they're a really good team. So we just have to not play, like once we get up, playing a way to like not to lose versus just playing our game. And I think that's what we did in game 1 versus what we did in game 2.
JJ. Question, but they waved off a couple of these baskets later.
Yeah.
Do you prefer it to happen in real time, or is it better to just?
I mean, I guess they can't really check it during real time, but I don't know. I just be feeling like, dang, it's always my baskets that they going back and checking. Like, dang.
Let's go. JJ, you got Leo in game 1 about the offensive performance. You had B in game 2 with this offensive performance. Just especially in a final series, we talked about how there's so many threats, but especially in the finals, how important is that to have so many options?
It's amazing, man. I think, JK, built this team to be able to withstand anything that any of the opponents in the W are going to be able to throw at us. And so it's really good to see everybody stepping up, and that's what it's going to take. It's a chess match, and teams are going to take things away and try to force other people to step up, so you just have to be ready when your moment comes.
JJ, B was just
just talking about how it's the support she gets from you guys that allows her to come and have these types of moments. She pointed to you as someone always checking in. Can you just sort of tell us some of the things you've said to her, and what does this mean to you to see her be able to do this?
Yeah, no, I just honestly just check in, like she said, just go up to her and be like, "You okay? What's going on? How you feeling?" And if she wants to talk, I just want to be available for her. And she's the same thing or the same way for me. Like there's times when I'll call her in the back just to have a conversation with her and let her know how I'm feeling, and she picks me up and allows me to keep the main thing, and refocus myself and not kind of worry about external things that's going on or maybe things that I'm even overthinking. So it's definitely a friendship, and I'm there for her and she's there for me.
What does this do for the whole complexion of the series, winning this game, entering the Minnesota part of it?
It does everything. I feel like you go down 0-2 in a series. Like they said, nobody's ever come back from that. So it's really important. But now we go to Minnesota, it's tied up, and we go and play the crucial game 3. And I think the percentages are really high for teams that win game 3 to go on and win the series too. So we understand how important game 3 is, but the importance of game 3 wouldn't be the same if we didn't win game 1. Obviously, like we would really have our backs against the wall. Game 2, we really have our backs against the wall then.
Betnijah playing like this, what does that do for this team?
Oh, it opens up a lot of things for us. But we've been saying it, like Betnijah is probably our best one-on-one player, and so, excuse me. So we just want to kind of give her the opportunity to have space and trust her to make plays, and it just allows us to have another person out there that the Minnesota Lynx have to worry about stopping. It gives us all more space to kind of be able to play because they can't help off. But yeah, just great for us.
Take a few more. Finals record 7 steals from Brianna today. Just what did you see from her? Because you guys, Minnesota's a tough half-court team to attack. That enabled you guys to get out on the break. You got a couple of easy finishes, which are few and far between against this team.
Most definitely. I think she just plays with high energy. She does a really good job of kind of staying in the passing lanes, and I think Minnesota does a good job of that too, of like kind of taking the next pass away. And I think Stewie kind of take a chapter out of their book and just playing between two, forcing them to make great passes if they're going to pass it, and just being ready and being active.
All right, so one more. Sabrina hit 5 shots in the first quarter, but then did not make a shot after that. But was still best plus minus on the team, really composed. She talked about her shot selection not being where she wanted in game 1. So what do you think of her composure, her poise in this game too, to take what the defense gave her?
Yeah, that's what we're going to need. Sometimes the opportunities for your offense isn't going to be there, but like I said before, just trusting everybody else to be able to go out there and make plays, and just understanding that Minnesota's going to try to take certain things away. But I think it was really good. I think she impacted the game, like you said, and her plus minus being high, and we're going to need that from her to just step up in different ways, and impact can be felt in a multitude of ways, and it's not just scoring.
Jonquel, how do you turn what happened in game 1 into a learning experience to help you avoid the mistakes you made at the end of the turn this game to a win?
Yeah, like you said, just going back and watching the film, watching the mistakes, and being really honest about what we need and what we don't need, and some of the traits that we have as a team when we go up that are like not good traits, and things that we do outside of ourselves that are uncharacteristic. And so I think sometimes we do get a little bit, I wouldn't say comfortable, but we get outside of our foundation when we go up, or even sometimes when we go down, and say, we're just brutally honest. When we watched the film, we understood it, and we knew that if we wanted to be successful against a Minnesota team, that it was going to take all of us really locking in and playing the right way. Staying locked in. Just trying to get stops on big possessions, and that's what it came down to in game 1. They made better plays than us, or more plays than us to win the game, and we kind of played on our back foot a little bit more in the final quarter or overtime. And so just not playing that way, and really just understanding that every possession mattered in those moments.
Awesome. Thanks, JJ.
Thank you, JJ.
Yeah, I always want to. Coach Ring, she's been here for the past few games actually, but just having her be able to be there to continue to support me. I've known Coach Ring my whole life, so she's seen me at each stage, and so I was happy to be able to support her.
You do on the celebrity growth thing.
Yeah, we do.
Just understanding what percentage of the wise himself at, and you talk about some of the you got to what kind of stuff are you doing?
Yeah, the team they've been doing a great job with everything. We've been doing a little bit of everything to try and get me feeling good. You know, so I said I'm pretty high.
Percentage-wise, 90%, 99 less?
I wouldn't really put a number on it.
What was a moment from today's game that really fired you up?
I don't know. It was so many. It was a lot of great things. Leo's breakaway for
You mentioned the mental, what you have to do mentally to just keep yourself, in it with everything you've been going through. So what is that self-talk look like for you? Like, how do you keep yourself mentally sharp and know that you can still play your best basketball?